Teens Time. My name is Auntie Chichi. Welcome to another interesting episode. You know, I love to use that word twice. Interesting episode. My name is Auntie Chichi. How we do it on this show is we get to talk about everything teenagers, young adults, and also parents are not left out. On today's show, we're focusing on the young adults. And yeah, there are teenagers that are in the university and they are struggling to find their footing in the university. We will go on a short break. When we come back, I would introduce, my squad for this show, and then we'll take it from there. Don't touch that. Welcome back. This is still Teens Time. My name is Auntie Chichi. Like I said, this is a show where we get to talk about everything teenagers, young adults, and also parents are, we give you clues on how to deal with your teenagers. On today's show, we are talking about campus stress. So severally, I've gotten questions from university students, undergraduates, and say, Auntie Chichi, I'm totally stressed. And I'm wondering, but these people were begging for admission. Yes. And then by the time you guys are in the university, I'm hearing space, I'm wondering, is it that, do you want to switch? Do you want to switch with the people that are sitting at home and begging for jam to stop jamming them?
No, not at all.
So today, I want us to talk about this campus stress. What is it about? And hopefully there are young ones, teenagers who are going to the university very soon. We already have some of them and they're waiting to go into school if, hopefully by God's grace, if COVID let them. And I know COVID is going to let them. I know you can't wait to get to the university.
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so I'm going to start from there. You introduce yourself and then we'll go this way.
Okay, I'm Sharon Bemina. I'm an underlevel student of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture.
Have you started already or they've given you admission and you are
They've given me admission.
But you've not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to study biochemistry.
Biochemistry, okay. How old are you? Do you mind saying?
I'm going to be 18 this year.
18?
Yes.
So this talk is for you. Okay.
Okay, my name is Doris Chisom John. I'm a student of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, studying electrical and electronics engineering, currently in 200 level.
200 level, okay.
Okay, my name is Wahiri Chinyere. I'm a student of Federal Polytechnic Uko in Anambra State, currently studying Library and Information Science and currently in 300 level.
300 level, okay.
My name is Chuzanile. I'm a student of Michael Okpara University, final year student studying banking and finance.
Wow, so you are going to sum it up, give them advice, let them tap from you.
Yes.
Okay, first I want to find out what for her, let's help her. What is this thing when you guys talk about stress? What are those things that stresses you guys out in school? Let me start from you.
Okay, when you get admission, you are usually excited to go into the university, to explore mostly.
And to be free from your parents.
Free,
I know.
So those who are as far as putting
very far, yeah.
Make sure they run away from their parents.
Wow.
Well, getting into the university, we think it's very easy sometimes. So when you go in, you see a lot of things, and when you enter at a very young age, sometimes you're not experienced enough. You get confused.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
in the university, if you're not careful, you get wrong advice from someone. So that also mounts a lot of pressure from you.
Okay.
So it's really.
How old were you when you got into the university?
I was 19.
Okay. And how was it? I know you were excited to run away.
I was, but getting into the university registration process, you go to this place, they tell you this other building, you go, come back.
Is it the same thing everywhere?
Everywhere.
Yes, it's the same everywhere.
I left university 16 years ago, so some memories are vague.
It's most times you go in the morning, they tell you to come back by 2. And it's not like the house where your mom will prepare something for you, you're all alone. So when you get back, you try to prepare something for yourself, go back into school, and all that. After that, you have classes. While you are registering, you have to be attending classes. You can't say because you are
Yeah.
registering or you can't.
You
have
abandon.
to do both. So you see yourself staying in school from 8, 6, you are still in school. You are even confused. You'll be asking which building do you need to go to because you don't know any building in school. So you have to ask questions.
But shouldn't you be excited that at least you're out, you're in school, this is something that you have wanted to?
You'll be excited, but if the sun beats you,
It will reset your brain.
you'll be like, this is not how I thought it was going to be. It was
Okay.
going to be, so.
Okay, what's your own experience?
Well,
How old were you when you got into the university?
I was 18 years.
18, okay.
Yes. I would say during my own section, my 100 level, first and foremost, was the most, it was very, very stressful than this, because I'm about to enter final by God's
Yeah.
grace. So my 100 level, first and foremost, when I got admission, when my parents dropped me in school, with my siblings, so as they were leaving, that was my first time crying.
Really? So you actually cried? But at home you'll be saying, I want to go.
Yes, yes. You know, I grew up in this kind of environment. My mom doesn't allow me out.
Okay.
I'm always indoors. At the time, I had to sneak out from the house.
Wow.
I came back before she could come back from work. So when I got admitted in school,
And the freedom was at last.
yes, I was very happy. I thought, God, I'll now have the whole time to,
To do
enjoy
whatever.
Yes, yes, to do whatever I want to do at my own time. So when they dropped me in school, they left. As the car was moving, my siblings turned back. They were looking at me through the window. I was just crying, waving them goodbye. I
Wow.
felt maybe they were going to stay with me in school or something. One mind told me, you're alone in this. You get so.
I don't know why I'm getting teary. I think it's bringing back my own memory. You've been so close to your family, and then the next minute they are dropping you, and everybody's saying bye bye. It's like you're on your own.
Yes, yes. So I felt like tearing. People around were laughing at me. So
Wow.
I didn't really understand. So at the time, I got used to it. Like the next day I went to class, at first I was always on my own.
Yeah, that's another thing. Trying to find people to feel free with, people you will call your friends and all that.
Yes. But before that, when I got admission, I was admitted into a different course.
Okay.
It will not relate like science course, but I did arts. I wrote literature in my secondary school, so I was admitted into a science course. So
how did it happen?
I don't know.
It only happens in Nigeria.
It was really
So that's even a big stress. I mean, someone has been doing arts, and all of a sudden you find yourself in. Where will you even start?
I received the message today. The next day, I rushed to school immediately because I was very happy. I was newly admitted in school. So when I got to school, I started my clearance on time. My mates were doing their clearance as usual. So when it's time for me to enter into my class, I was still in the science class. I don't understand. I had to go to HOD to tell him, sir, please, I can cope. He said, are you not listening to me? You are an art student. Go and sign up in this department so you could be signed into an arts department. So while I was trying to sort myself out, my classmates were reading in class, learning how to write quiz, tests, as some people know it. You get so after everything, though I had to call my mom was so stressed out. To a point, she said, please just carry your bag and
come back.
The stress is too much, please.
Wow.
Because I slimmed down, I got so dark, I hadn't even take pictures in school. Even up till now, I hardly take pictures. Because the stress, once I go back to school, I'm always so drained down. Because when I come back, I eat and add up again.
Yeah.
So my mom told me, please come home, it's enough. Don't worry, we'll try and unlock next time. So I told her, don't worry, this race, I must finish this race to the last. So after all said and done, I signed out from that department. I entered into my own department. Luckily for me, we were about to start exam.
Wow.
Yes, so at first,
I mean, you kept struggling it was time for exams. I mean, that's enough stress. I can't even imagine that.
It was really stressful, honestly.
How old were you when you got into the university?
I was 16 years old.
Wow.
So first day when I got admission and had to do some registrations, I went with my mom. So when we got there, people were like calling me mommy's boy.
Of course.
So I felt really embarrassed, like.
Oh, it got to you. I know you were telling your mom, come and go.
Please go, I can handle it. So I got really embarrassed because so many people were calling me mommy's boy, but I couldn't tell her to go and leave me because it was a new environment, so I couldn't handle that.
Much.
So the next day, I told her, please, you're not going with me, I'm going with you. So when I got there the second day, I met a couple of friends which were my past friends in secondary school. So that really
helped you to
blend
in.
The excitement was building up.
Okay.
I really got excited meeting them. I thought it was also going to be like secondary school as usual, where maybe we are told to do everything, and how to do them, and just like secondary school. But after that, I realized it was totally different.
Of course.
So the next week, because I just did some registrations which weren't stressful at first, then it started getting to me the second week. So during registrations, the sun, because over there in Muayu, we call it the Muayu sun. So everybody in Muayu finds it difficult to cope with the sun. So it was new to me because in secondary school, you just go to school and you are inside.
Once they pay school fees, your own is go to class.
You don't even pay your school fees. Your parents
absolutely.
So you are indoors from 8, maybe during break you leave, and
so at 16, your mom, was she calling you to check up on you or your dad to say how you're coping, and then you are complaining?
My mom was pretty checking up on me.
Okay.
She's the type of mom that will always check
Want
up
to
on you, ask you, you are slimming down, you are this.
I mean, the way you are even looking.
So
oh my God.
I was trying to be independent. I was trying to push her away. Let me do this. But she was pushing herself, please do this.
To help you, Because I mean, at 16, you are very young.
Very young.
Yeah.
There are older people and you get scared and everything. So
did they intimidate you in any way? Like, did you feel intimidated? Did you feel confused? Did you feel lost?
Yeah, I felt really confused and lost because most of the times when you are training up for something, you see someone that is beard and looking all huge, and you are like, look, you try to comport yourself so that
they don't push you out?
Because the lines are very long, and if you misbehave or do anything, they might beat you, of course.
Wow.
Stories of cultism and all that.
I want to come into that. I'm going to come, but let me ask you, what are your expectations? I know you are looking forward to, just like how she was looking forward to you, but then once she got there, it dawned on her. So what are those things, those fancy ideas that you are building up in your head?
Like, till now, I'm still thinking this is like a secondary school.
But are they opening your eyes much more?
Yes.
Okay.
Where your parents do everything for you, always check up on you, bring food for you.
Really? Really? Wake up call. Nobody brought food for them. Okay, let me come to you guys. You've mentioned registration. You've mentioned a couple of things. Trying to blend in. Let's even start from the room. How was it? Trying to get, because I believe that's part of the stress. Yes. The people that you were, new environment, new people, new roommates, and all that in your first year. How did you cope? How were you able to just, because a lot of these young kids, they get into, and they are in the room with people that are much more exposed, and there are so many things, and they are just there wondering, I've not seen this. I mean, I don't want to call something, but they are like totally lost and sometimes embarrassed. I remember when I didn't even want to undress. If I want to, I will go to the bar, and they kept looking at me and laughing. Those things. So what's your advice to, like freshers to gradually blending into, like, from room to now classroom, how to get, I don't know, what's your advice on that?
Well,
how did you cope? And then
first and foremost, my dad had to put me into our fellowship secretariat.
Okay.
A secretariat in school, yes. So my roommate was the vice president. She was in her finals.
Oh, okay.
So she treated me like a daughter.
A daughter, and helped you.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that makes sense. What of you?
Well, for me, best thing was just laying low. If I come for lectures, I'll just be on my own.
Which hostel did you just?
I stayed in a lodge.
In a lodge, okay.
So
okay, with a friend that you know.
Yes.
Okay.
And staying in the lodge, cult is
yes,
everywhere. So
yes.
you don't behave anyhow. You might bring out your flashy phone and they will call you.
Wow.
And heard stories. So the best thing I just do is after my lectures, I make sure I come back very early, enter my room, lock my door. I don't have business with any other person.
Yeah.
You might go outside in the process of talking to someone, they will collect something from you. And most persons have a habit of, once they see that you're a fresher, they will look for a way to collect something from you. They will tell you, do you know that you're supposed to do this? Do you know you're supposed to? And you don't know all these things. So you will just be complying.
Wow.
If you don't do it, they will threaten to come to your room, that this place, you're not in your house, your mom will not save you.
Wow.
Yes,
so most times
really
you go back home, like you tell your mom, let you come and visit.
Wow.
Because you don't know what to do. That you have to handle everything yourself.
Absolutely.
So,
Were you calling your parents to report and say this person is?
no, I'll call it pride. I'm a guy, so I will try to.
At that young age.
Oh, guys, we are,
Yeah, I know.
excited. We are happy, like we're telling our parents.
Don't
bye,
worry,
bye,
you can
bye,
handle
bye,
it.
we can handle
But how
it.
did you handle? Did they ever come to you, court guys? How did you handle it?
Yes, they come to you, tell you in this school, if you don't have somebody, that a lot of things will happen to you, that you need to have backup, that you cannot walk alone, if not they will collect your phone.
So did they threaten to frustrate your life in there? Because I hear these teenagers will say, I had to enter because they told me if I don't join, they would literally push me out of school. Do they get that far?
In my case, no. Some of them will pet you, buy you things, buy you clothes, take you
Child,
out.
your fellow man.
They will try to tell you a good life. They will tell you that there's nothing there, that they are not bad people. They will take you out, tell you anything. If you have problem in school,
Come and tell
they will
them.
even go as far as going to classes with you.
Yes.
So that
They will leave their own class.
Yes,
they will
leave
tell
their
you
classes.
that they are ready to study also, that they are not bad people, that their GP is very, very okay.
So did you see people that they did that to? Did they eventually continue? Did they continue with that trend?
When you eventually enter, it's a different ballgame. You as if you're in another world altogether. So
Wow.
you will see those people missing classes. It will be obvious that there's something that is up with this
Something
person.
is going on.
And you can't interfere.
Of course.
If you try to, you're in a big problem altogether.
Okay, let me come to you. Did their girls maybe okay, you were already like this, they let me know if it was suffocated they now pushed you into church to hide you. But did you in any way get advances from females saying let's go out, let's go partying, there's this party somewhere, and why are you looking too churchy? Did they ever come to you to entice you with anything, just like they did to him, buying him clothes? I wish somebody would come and buy me clothes. I will collect and walk away. If you collect, will they do anything?
They will find you. You can't hide from them.
So the best thing is not to collect.
Don't collect at all.
And you make sure they don't know where you stay.
Yes.
Wow.
Because
Oh, so you can't even collect and say
Or get
thank you,
your
but
details.
I don't want to join.
The best thing is you don't collect and you make sure you don't just hide your.
I hope you are hearing, teenagers. No free lunch in free. Wow. Okay, did they come to you?
No, because
Okay.
I stayed in our fellowship secretariat, like I said earlier, and then I lived this triangular shape of life from house to class to fellowship. I was forced then to go to fellowship. When I come back, so I'm going to dress up, we're going for midweek service. I'll be like, can't I rest? They will pick me on their hand like a baby and then carry me there. You get.
So
my 200
do you think it was good for you?
Yes, it
To
was.
shield you?
Yes, it was. And then in class, I never related with anyone. You get. Both male and female.
Why? They told you not to.
No, not really. I'm this kind of person. Really, I don't know how to relate with someone. I've tried having a best friend, but it didn't.
It
really
didn't work,
out with
okay.
the both of
Because
us.
I know there are teenagers watching and they are like, was a queen, I want to be everywhere, I want to make
Of
friends,
course, of
I want to
course.
do politics, I want to do everything.
Truth be told, I got an advance from my classmates. Then he said he came with a note that I should teach him one of our calculation courses. So I thought maybe this guy had said,
Yeah.
Sorry to say this.
You don't need to be sorry, don't worry.
He invited me to his lodge. You get.
Oh.
So I told him, okay, no problem. With my innocent mind, I said I was coming, no problem. So I dressed up, I met him, we were talking, he started like touching me and all that. And I
Wow.
don't understand. I thought he came here to, you can go in peacefully. I think I broke his window with my hand because
Wow.
he tried forcing me, yes.
Wow.
So I broke his window and then I left. I bled
Wow.
my hand and that day and then I left. So
Wow.
that was just it for
I mean, these are some of the things a lot of the, our teenagers go through. And some of them may not even have the willpower to break away. They will just give in because maybe there's threats, there's something, but I mean, you don't necessarily need to break your hand, for the hand to, but you can run away, you can raise alarm, you can scream. No, I mean, as in that's a good thing to to not to give in, to run. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's your advice to, because we need to end the show. I'm really enjoying I'm really enjoying all you guys talk. Or do you have a question for them? I think you should have a question for them.
Well, I don't have a question like that.
Try and remove secondary school day. Nobody's bringing food for you. Nobody's going to say, this is the time for you to wake up. If you don't want to go to, I think these are some parts that we may not be able to have time to talk. If you don't wake up, you will miss class. Sure. Nobody will come and ring bell. Sure. Nobody will come and regulate your life. If you decide to miss class, you're on your own. You decide you want to be watching film all through, you're on your own. You decide not to wash your clothes and everywhere is smelly and all that, you're on your own.
Okay, what really helped me is that when I got in, I stuck with my old friends because I had a lot of friends from secondary school who were also studying the same course.
Oh, fantastic. So it helped you?
Yes. So we were also in the same hostel. So it was now like a reunion. So we were together and I stuck really close with them and
it helped you.
Bring in
Let me ask you guys, do you think it's best for freshmen, like, newly in school, to stay in the hostel or lodge outside? Which you stayed off camp, obviously. What's your advice? Do you think it's best for them to stay inside the hostel?
I think what happens in the hostel happens in the lodge.
There are court guys, but they are a bit restricted in the
hostel.
Okay.
Because the courts guys cannot come to the hostel and harass you. You can easily report them, but in the lodge, they can break in, do anything they want.
So your advice is hostel is okay. Do you have the same?
They're still the same. Even lesbianism is being practiced in the hostel. Like my school, we don't have male hostel, only female hostels.
Where do they go to?
Off camp.
All of them?
Yes. Though
Wow.
some females, if you want to live off camp, but the hostel is strictly for
female.
Yes.
So things still happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Things still happen there.
Okay. Do you have any question before we end the show?
At the point when you are like the only one in the room, like you said, when you entered the uni, like the people around, you're hiding yourself from them. So how did you conquer that fear of, right?
Are you kidding me now? You should be asking them. You are asking me. Okay, how did I conquer? Good question. I think they kept teasing me. So one of the times my bedmate, she ran. I didn't know she was following. She ran and came and stood there and said, "Yeah, remove that dress." And I just stood there and said, "Oh yeah, come on, enter this." She was in final year and she just commanded me I should go to the room. Oh yeah, all of us are women, So she was saying that they were all laughing and then they now calmed down and they said, "Calm down, we're all girls. We're not going to bite you. Or everybody remove your eyes." And that was how from that day I just relaxed. And then they said, if you have any question, there were some of them in first year with me, but they are more advanced, more matured. They're already exposed. And they told me, just feel free if you need anything. I mean, I think I entered the university I left at 21. So I think I entered at 17 or so. So I was very young and very shielded. I never left house until I got into the university. So a lot of things were still a bit, but they helped me stabilize. And it was also one of the things, my parents handed me over to someone they trusted. She was in final year. So I think it's also, I believe maybe if your parents can hand you over to someone that can, they're already fantastic. So that, but don't go and run away and say, no, I don't want her to monitor me. Okay, before we end the show, this is Teens Time. And we have been talking about stress, entering the university, some of the stresses. Is that the right word? Stresses that you guys go through. We've talked about trying to go and register and stuff like that. Thank you. I hope you learned one or two things. And this is a conversation we should have some other time. Until we come your way next time, my name is Auntie Chichi. Feel free to send me your questions. The numbers are there, the social media handles. Follow me on Instagram, and then we'll take the conversation from there. I love you until we come your way next time. You enter the university. Know why you entered the university. Stay focused. Leave.
Don't be a slave, mama.
Don't be a slave mama because they will end up slaying you. You know, go to school and tell yourself, I'm going to live with 2-1 or first class. I mean, the people that have left with first class, they don't have 2 heads. So you can do, just stay focused and achieve what you went there for. I love you. Bye.
Bye.